What's up? Quick video for you today. Josiah over here from thetruetransformation.com. And today we're talking about meal plans, my thoughts on meal plans, and why I don't think you need to rely on meal plans anymore. And while honestly, I'll never sell meal plans as a product. Okay, so let's jump into it. I am in my kitchen making some food and just kind of went through my emails over the past couple hours, and I saw that there were a few requests in there from people who follow me on social media to send them meal plans. And so I thought, what a perfect time to jump in and give my thoughts around meal plans and why I'm not a fan of cookie cutter meal plans. All right. Now, I'm also going to give you some action items once you hear my thoughts on how to utilize meal plans appropriately, how they can still work for you in a way, and how to create a meal plan that makes sense for your life. All right. So I know back over the past 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 years, a lot of people in the fitness industry, bigger names with big followings, have sold meal plans. And I still see it from time to time. I see people selling vegan meal plans now, keto meal plans, right? What is a meal plan? Well, it's simply a breakdown of how to structure your day when it comes to eating, right? So what to eat for meal 1, what to eat for meal 2, basically food choices coupled with amounts of certain foods to give you some clear direction on what to eat every single day to reach your goals, whatever that may be, whether it's fat loss, muscle gain, or maintaining your weight, or whatever it could be, right? So these meal plans that are sold assume that the food on the meal plan is, number 1, food you enjoy eating, number 2, the food that is going to make you feel the best, and 3, the food that is going to be available to you at any given time or specific times during the day when you're supposed to eat that meal. Now, I am someone who lives a pretty busy life. Most of my clients have a pretty busy lifestyle and don't always have necessarily a predictable day, right? So what I mean by that is sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes you have to go out to eat for a business meeting. Sometimes you have to go out to eat for a date night or a family gathering, or there's many things that happen, right? So when you have a meal plan that you're supposed to be sticking to, but yet life doesn't necessarily allow you to eat the right things or supposedly the right things at the right time every day, that meal plan starts to drag you down a little bit. It starts to make you think that you're not following the plan, that you aren't good enough, that you're not being consistent, and you start to get frustrated. So a lot of people go, well, I can't follow my meal plan, so I'm just going to eat whatever I want. And so it starts to create this habit of screwing up, eating whatever you want, and then going, well, I have to get back on my meal plan. Now, this means that, number 1, that meal plan wasn't built for you, right? Because a meal plan is simply a recommendation. It shouldn't be treated as the holy grail of how to eat. In fact, it should only serve you as a way of kind of giving you ideas for how to structure your eating habits. If you've never put healthy meals together before and you're not really sure the combinations that work really well, or how to structure your day when it comes to eating, a meal plan can be a beneficial tool, almost like a sample, right? So if you're out to eat and the restaurant comes over and says, hey, we have a lot of different meals on the menu today, and you've never been here before, we'd love to give you some small samples to give you an idea of what we have and how things taste. Well, that's kind of what meal plans should be treated as. It should be treated as just an example for how certain people who have had success with fitness have structured their meal plans, right? Now, that's assuming that the person who wrote the meal plan actually knows what the hell they're talking about and has dealt with a lot of people who come from different backgrounds who have found success with different meal setups. A lot of the meal plans I see out there are written for people who basically live their life centered around the gym and centered around eating, okay? And that's just not realistic for most people. Most people can't find the time to eat every 2 to 3 hours. It's not even optimal for most people. Most people eat 2 or 3 times a day and maybe have a snack, right? So how to structure a meal plan that makes sense for most people comes from the experience of working with a lot of people like that, right? Your standard person who has a full-time career, a family or friends, and a social life. A cookie cutter meal plan that requires 6 to 8 meals a day, or sometimes even 4 meals a day, can be pretty intimidating and pretty unrealistic to follow. So how do you use meal plans? Well, here's the thing. You are fully capable of creating a meal plan that is literally based around your life, your eating habits, your food preference. the best way I can give you direction on this is to simply write out the meals that you're going to eat most days of the week. For example, you know probably what you're going to have as your first meal of the day. You probably know where you'll typically eat out if you're going to eat out. You kind of know where you may have trouble sticking to your plan. It could be restaurants with a date night. It could be a social event. You know for the most part what's going to happen. And then you can start to plan for the what ifs. What if I get stuck in traffic? What if I get called into an unexpected business lunch? What if my kids are sick and I don't have time to make food? What can I have at my arsenal to be able to fit into my meal plan? Okay. So this is why when clients start working with me, I don't simply hand them a meal plan and say, eat this, follow this, good luck. That's just teaching. Actually, that's not teaching them very much at all. That's actually just giving them a fish and saying, here, you'll be able to eat for this one meal or this day and you'll be fine. Instead of actually teaching them how I caught the fish, how I prepared the fish, and giving them some actual directions so that they can eat every single day for the rest of their life. It's a metaphor, right? It's a hypothetical scenario that is a good way of thinking about meal plans. A meal plan should be included as an example to give you some ideas to create your own meal plan, because some people prefer a different meal strategy every single day. Some people do really well with eating the same thing every day. That's something you need to figure out, hey, if I'm the type of person who does really well with a routine, I need to have meals that I eat consistently on a daily basis so I know what to expect. Some people need more variety and they do better with just more flexibility and more freedom. Most people do good with a combination of both, having somewhat of a routine with some built-in flexibility to ensure that you have options at your disposal. So that's my take on meal plans. If anybody out there is trying to sell you a meal plan that's already constructed for you without any feedback from you, without any direction or any teaching that comes with the meal plan to tell you why they put that together, why it might make sense for you, avoid it at all costs. I don't sell meal plans, even though I do have a coaching team where I help people go from where they are now to completely transforming their life, their body, how they feel about themselves, how they look in the mirror, look their best, feel their best, perform their best every single day. And we do that through a process called true transformation. So if you want more information, you can click the links that are below and we can start to discuss whether or not our program might be a good fit for you. So if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please take 1 second, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get notified every time I release a video. And as always, leave a comment if this was helpful. Talk to you soon. Peace.